Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and today we're going to have a look at the GFS, the GEM, the Icon, and the arpege model for upcoming Storm Christoph, or well, it's already started. It's a developing area of low pressure heading towards the UK. So right now we've got quite a lot of rain over the top of us, and we'll be looking at the radar images later. So currently we're having a look at weathercentral.de. Look at the GFS, looking at the pressure pattern. So as you can see, it doesn't really look like a typical Storm Christoph. However, it has been named because of its impacts, really, not as much its sort of synoptic pattern, as we've had some very deep areas of low pressure. This one's not so much deep, but it's the impacts we're going to be seeing from it. We've got very strong southwesterly winds at the moment, and we've got an area of low pressure to our north, weather fronts moving in, and we've got a developing area of low pressure, and this whole sort of system is sort of Storm Christoph, and you can see area of low pressure develops over the top of the UK. See the darker blues, and it over Wednesday into Thursday really digs in, deep area of low pressure to our northeast. We pull down quite cold air, but we have big weather fronts with heavy rain, and then into the weekend there's potential that area of low pressure run under the main low. We could see some significant snowfall for central and southern areas, but again that's something we need to look at further towards the weekend. It's quite uncertain at the moment, but very big impacts from Storm Christoph. So firstly we'll have a look at the GFS precipitation type forecast. The next couple of days, you can see at the moment we've got a lot of rain, loads of bands of rain moving across the UK, and you'll look at the radar image, there's not exactly setting up like that at the moment, because it's quite unpredictable where all the rain's going to fall. We know where most of the heavier rain's going to fall, but it's really where we see that persistent rain, and as we run through, we're just getting bouts of heavy rain. You see those yellow colours, areas of yellow just heading in, and it's of course northern areas that we're going to see very significant rainfall, a couple hundred millimetres possible. And also you see a bit of white towards Scotland. There's also the chance of from very significant snowfall. Now there's only a yellow warning out for that, and we'll cover that in a minute, towards the end of the video. And it's only yellow because it's not impacting big urban areas. It's more rural, mountainous areas over the hills. So it's not going to impact too many people, but those who do live on the hills above a few hundred metres, 300-400 metres, could be seeing up to half a metre of snowfall, as the amount of rain that we're seeing over northern England could be falling as snow over Scotland, which is immense amount of snow. That sort of American nor'easter winter storm levels snowfall, and if it was hitting more urban areas, areas where more people lived, I suspect there would have been an amber, if not red, warning for that. But it's just a yellow warning, so it's going to be mostly over the hills, but it's going to be substantial snowfall with that. And so if we run through, the snow becomes more widespread, but it's really where it tops up over the hills. You can see it snows for a good almost 36 hours over some Scottish hills. And you can see as we move into the weekend, we've got snow drifting further southwards, snow showers quite widely, even into central and southern areas. And then as we move into the weekend, there's potential for some more persistent and significant snowfall, certainly further south. And that's just something we really need to keep a watch on. And as we head through Sunday again, another area of snow moves through central areas, Midlands, East Anglia and South East England. Just again, something we need to keep an eye on for later this week after we've had the heavy rain. We'll look at the GEM model as well, just to see it's what it's showing. It's a bit more modest with the rainfall, but that's looking more accurate than the GFS, which probably is overplaying it a little bit. And you see still significant snowfall over sort of southern Scotland, still, and then a lot of back edge snowfall there Thursday. So you see those big heavy rain, you can see some more snow as well with that. Beyond that, we see not as many showers to GFS, again, because the GFS is probably overplaying it a bit, but snow showers, rain showers, and then Saturday we see that little feature further southwards, potentially giving some snow to southern areas. And then as we move overnight Saturday, see some more substantial snow for southwestern areas, but the main bulk of the snow is further into France. But again, a lot of snow showers around after the main amount of band of rain this week. If we look at the Icon model, you can see heavy rain further north, where those yellow colours is really where the rain's slotting up, and then you see the white, where we'll be seeing substantial snowfall. Beyond that, more heavy rain moves in through Wednesday, just really gets moved in, and then the last weather front sort of moves through early Thursday with some snow on the back edge for that, especially over the northern hills, and even getting down to potentially the Midlands and Wales as well. Again, mostly over high ground, but you can't rule out a few flakes to lowland areas as well as that moves away. Beyond that, potential for some substantial rain in the south, but again, all the models are showing it just off the coast. And then as we head into the weekend, will the icon make anything of the snow potential? A little bit, but not too much. Maybe some snow into early morning Sunday, but it looks like mostly is going to be falling further into France. It's developing as it moves across. So again, that could change. But again, just showing you there is some interest for some snowfall, widespread snowfall for the south and maybe Midlands and even northern England with this little feature here over the weekend after the heavy rain. Lastly, we'll look at the arpege model. This tends to be a more accurate short range model, so it should show more of what we're seeing. And this is updated for midday today, so it's a couple hours behind, but it's fairly accurate. And you can see snowfall further north, especially over hills, and then more widespread over Scotland. And then as this main rain band moves further eastwards, again more snow in central northern areas as it moves through again. More snow over highlands again. That's where we can see the biggest snow totals as well. As it moves through, if we run through, see more snow for northern England and Scotland. Showers coming in with that northerly wind. And we'll have a look. Do we see any of that rain turning to snow for the weekend? A little feature moving there on Saturday, but it looked like mostly rain. If that did fall to snow, there would be a lot of snow with that in quite a localised area. And then towards the end of the run, it's looking fairly dry, maybe with a few showers for coastal areas. So we'll now look at the Met Office warnings. You can see where those yellow colours on the precipitation charts. That's where we've seen the amber warning. Potential for significant snowfall along with snow melt. And there could be a few 100 millimetres of rain with that. Elsewhere, there's quite a widespread amber warning, yellow warning for rain, and then a yellow warning for snow and ice, just on that northern extent where we see some of the snow on the snow map. There's an ice warning for northeastern parts of Scotland, and then further south, there's another rain warning comes into force. I think that's more of a precautionary measure, as it doesn't look like there's going to be too much widespread rainfall for southeastern, eastern areas and southwestern areas. But it does look like there will be rain at times tomorrow. Some areas, if it sort of falls on a plate, could be getting substantial rain. Again, maybe an inch or two. But that's why I think the yellow warning's out. Not all areas in the yellow warning are going to see an absolute deluge tomorrow, but it does look like they will probably be seeing widespread rain. Just localised areas could see sufficient rain for a yellow warning. But I think they've just put that out as a precautionary measure in case we do see some substantial rainfall, just to keep everyone informed. On Thursday, most of the warnings still stay intact. Ice warning removes for northeast Scotland, and then a yellow warning for northern Scotland, eastern Scotland, coming further southwards, southeastward part of Scotland as well, and then all the other rain warnings are enforced. Yellow warning there, that's for the sort of the back edge snow and those snow showers piling in with the northerly wind as well. Nothing too unusual for a yellow warning in January for Scotland, but again, just something to keep an eye on. Lastly, we'll have a look at the live radar. It's the live radar rainfall, and you can see it's not widespread rain, but where we see these heavy portions of rain line up, you can see that they're moving. If you run it back, you can see them moving into north parts of England, southern Scotland. That's where we can see the most substantial rainfall, sort of in that line there. For the south, you can see why they've got a yellow warning in force, because there are pockets of very heavy rain, but most areas seeing sort of lighter rain, drizzle, heavy drizzle. But again, rainfall totals really could tot up, and then snowfall totals could really top up over northern areas, where you see these areas could be falling as snow for the next 24-36 hours. So that's very, very extreme amounts of snowfall for some areas. And could cut off a few communities. But again, it's just one to watch, really. Could fall to low levels as well at times, especially later on, but again, not too substantial at the moment. This main weather front will not be moving as much. It will sort of be pivoting around, and that's why we're going to see the persistent rain and snow. If we have a look showed that all. If we have a look at, if we go rain map layer, and we go all the way down to past 24-hour precipitation, you can see if it loads. Is it going to load? Oh, we just had it there for a second. Very frustrating sometimes when this stuff doesn't load up. Okay, here we go, it's loaded. You can see where we've had the heaviest rain so far. It's actually been towards the western and northern extent of the amber warning. The amber warning is sort of east of Manchester, up towards maybe York, coming down towards the North Midlands. So actually, areas in the amber zone haven't seen too much rain at the moment. But it's looking like that area of orange and yellow is going to expand further eastwards over these parts. So it looks like at the moment they might have got Met Office might have got the amber warning, maybe slightly too far east. But again, there's going to be a lot of rain falling tomorrow, so there's potential that a lot of that rain could be falling in the amber warning zone. So again, maybe this area here should have warranted the amber warning today. But again, it's a very difficult task forecasting rain, as you saw by the radar. Those rain bands move just by 10-20 miles, could change the amount of rain you get in a day from 15 millimeters to 30 or 40 millimeters, just because you get a heavier band of rain, or it peps up a little bit as it goes towards you. So again, it's very difficult to tell exactly how much rain you're going to get, but generally northern areas in and around that amber warning zone could be seeing some substantial rainfall, record level for rivers as well, especially with some snow melt over the hills. Some areas up north have seen quite a lot of snow, especially over high ground. A lot of that will be melting with the quite mild temperatures we've been seeing over the next day, and we'll be seeing over the next couple of days before it turns colder later this week. So I really want to keep an eye on this Storm Christoph. Not the most intense storm I've ever seen, but it could have some very severe flooding impacts just because of the amount of rain, snow we've had recently, on top of the persistent rain that we're going to be seeing over the next day or two, and we've seen today. Just as it's not going to move through particularly quickly, it's going to really hang around, and although it might not look like there's not a lot of rain on radar, it's really just going to be circling and pondering over the top of the UK, producing a lot of rainfall for quite a few areas. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you stay safe if you are in any of those sort of if you're in the amber warning zone, or you're in any of the yellow warning zones, there's still a decent chance you could see some quite severe conditions. But anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe to you, and I'll see you again for another video soon.